Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnan Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Paratatve Sadaleno Ramakrishna Samagneya Yo Dharmastapanarato Vireshantannamamyaham Om Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrabhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Adi Gurum Jagadvandyam Lokadhisham Paratparam Navayuga Pravartaram Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Shri Sharadam Vishwamatam Shishyavrandam Shodasham Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Yes, we have entered into the 15th verse, and it is describing what is sadhanani. It is associated with the earlier one of the verses in which he is explaining who is pramata, who is fit to enter into the pursuit of advaitic sadhana, spiritual life, to attain God in the nirguna nirakara form. So there he says sadhana chatushtaya sampanna pramata. So that sadhana chatushtaya means what is being discussed here. So sadhana chatushtaya nitya nitya vastu viveka iha amutra phalabhoga viraga shamadamadi shat and mumukshutva. That being sadhanani is being explained there. Nityani nityanita, these four things are given there in that Shloka 15th. Now we will move to the next. That's all the 15th Shloka tells. It just describes. Now each item is taken up and discussed. What does it mean? What does it mean? The four entities. Nitya nitya vastu vivekastavat brahmaiva nityam vastu tato anyadakhilam anityamiti vivechanam. It is vivechanam, discriminating. What is discrimination? Viveka yukta yuktihi. There is, I can use yukti for analyzing anything. But here the yukti is used to discriminate between what is real, what is unreal, what is permanent, what is impermanent. When we see our lives from our childhood, there is constantly, we are passing through experiences. Childhood is gone forever. Youthful days also are going away and gone away for many. Old age has arrived. And where is it? Nothing is there. So we see, what we see, one is just the whole life is a passing show. Every day was a show. Every moment was a show. And it was passing like river water. It is flowing. Life is flowing away. Just I am standing and watching. The days are going, things are happening, and just moment, it's passing. Nothing is there. We are empty hand all the time. Now, the understanding, I need not worry much about these passing events of life. I have duties to perform. I have responsibilities to discharge. I have to do that. Let me do it as a worship unto the divine, worship unto the nature, an offering to the nature. Prakritehe praptam, prakrtyam samarpita. From nature I got it, to nature I offer. So this understanding that nothing can be avoided is life. You cannot shirk off the responsibilities or duties. You see in Bhagavad Gita how Krishna persuades him to enter into the war field. It is your duty. You can't run away. So the duty, unless God reveals you or relieves you from the duties, we have no chance of neglecting our duties or shirking. Once you place your foot on this earth, you are bound by duties. A brahmachari has his own duties. A grahastha has his own duties. A vanaprastha has his own duties. A sannyasi has his own duties. Each has his own duties which has to be done in a spirit of dispassion. Dispassion is I am just doing for it is my duty. I have nothing to gain or lose from that. But with all love and sacrifice, we do it because it is our duty to do it. No expectations, no demands, no preferences, just to do and offer it. It will enter into the nature. The moment you try to hold to the results, you are caught there. Results is entirely different from the work you do. It's an offering to the nature. And what you get is the grace of divine. So this is the way we begin our life. Nitya, Nitya Vastu. What is Nitya and Anitya? Now, when I see the whole life going on, it's flowing like water. When water is flowing, how do you know water is flowing? Because the bank on which you are standing is not moving. To see something moving, there must be a something which is unmoving. What is that? Unmoving part within us, within the universe, and the beyond. What is there? If everything is changing, what is unchanging? Which is recognizing the changing. So that change is recognized. One, the divine which is making the whole universe, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya. The whole universe comes up, expands, expansive. It goes to the optimum level. It takes millions of years. Again slowly collapses back, just like a pendulum. Pull and leave, it goes on oscillating. From this end to that end, from that end to this end. Like that, whole universe expands and again collapses back and enters into the absolute. Remains for the same time as it was projected outside. It goes on oscillating, Srishti Pralaya going. It takes millions and millions of years to go to the optimum level and come back. So what is there? Unmoved prime mover. We call it God. The unmoved prime mover. He is unmoved and is the prime mover which is making whole thing move. To him we usually surrender. Tameva Sharanam Prapadye Yatah Pravritti Prasrita Purani. From ancient time, Prasrita Purani. Tameva Chadyam Purusham Prapadye Yatah Pravritti Prasrita Purani. Tameva Cha Adyam. The beginning, where from the universe came. At the beginning, what was there? Which made the universe to appear, which made the universe to disappear, again appear. Cyclic way of going. Tameva Chadyam Purusham Prapadye. I am going to surrender to that supreme unmoved prime mover. When we joined our monastery as a brahmachari early in my life, it was 1977, and then the first thing Revered Vedāntaji Maharaj told us was, now you have to surrender to the supreme unmoved prime mover. That is the only way to transcend the nature and go beyond and rest in the same unmoved prime mover. So Nitya and Anitya. Similarly, we are seeing whole thing moving and changing. You are seeing. Now you are seeing your body. You are a child. Now how the body is changing. And it came to the full level of expansion. Then it took a turn and slowly climbing down. How it grows and goes, reaching the zenith, it starts falling. Sun rises, rises, goes up, 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 up. At one point, it starts coming down. Oh, my body is changing. My mind is changing. Who says? Who is unmoved within you? You are seeing. What is that eye that is seeing the body changing? It is becoming old. It is going to fall off. Who is observing? What is that unmoved existence within? Mind is changing. And I am passing through 3 levels of consciousness unrelated to each other. Unrelated to each other. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, waking, dreaming and deep sleep. I am awake. When I sleep, I enter into a dimension where there is my body also is not there, and I don't even know there is a body of mine. The world is there, I don't know. Totally obliterated, totally. Not to be even perceived by any means, not even through memory. You don't have any memory also. Memory also belongs to that world. Body also belongs to that world in which you are there in waking state. From there you come to, from Jagrata, the moment you come to dream state. You are passing through waking, dreaming. From there you leave, just like you left the body, you leave the mind and senses also, and you enter into the deep sleep. Swapna, Shushupti, where you don't even know whether you exist or not. Now, who are you? Who is observing the changes? The waking ego is dropped. Dream ego is picked up. Dream ego is dropped. And absence of all things. Only one ajnana vritti is there. It says nothing exists. Zero. Nothing exists. Neither I nor this world. Nothing exists in deep sleep, Sushupti. You see how? Who is experiencing that one ajnana vritti which says nothing exists? Only one awareness of non-existence as if. But it exists. Is experiencing, who is experiencing the non-existence? Nothing exists. One entity which is positive entity, it is experiencing objectiveless subject. Subject is there, no object is there. It is almost like Brahmajnana. There it is Jnana Vritti, here it is Ajnana Vritti. In Turiya Samadhi, we get the Jnana Vritti by which I know it is Purna. Here, Ajnana Vritti, I know it is Shunya. Exactly opposite awarenesses. How? Same, I am leaving one by one layer of my sheets I have covered with body, mind, senses and all, one by one I am going out. Last I leave the buddhi also, the first layer from that side and last layer from this side. Buddhi also I leave. I enter into prajna kshetra, which neither belongs to the bodily existence nor to the spiritual existence. That also I pass. I become a bindu and expand in the universal consciousness. Every day when I sleep, I become one with the Vishwa Chaitanya. Vyashti Chaitanya is becoming Vishwa Chaitanya every day. Now, who is this Vyashti Chaitanya? Can you turn inward and slowly travel in the same way that sleep, nature is taking you to enter into the sleep? Turn inward, cross in the same way. You pass through various experiences. this turning inward and entering within the inward journey and reaching a state beyond mind. Vang manatita bhetuko. Manatita, the moment we enter into the realm beyond mind, we understand what is spiritual existence. Turning inward. Now, you will know as you go deeper and deeper, you are entering deeper layers. As you go, it goes on expanding. And various experiences. Now, the beginning where the mind ends and you enter into a different realm, it is called Turiya Avastha. And we are passing through lives after lives, only Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti, waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Now you are entering into, now you used to stream, now I am conscious, this consciousness is withdrawn to zero and I expand into universal. I become Purna as if. But karmic load is there to take me back to the waking state again. Again I shrink back. I have to experience the sukha dukkha of the bodily existence. Again I project out. To bodily level again I come. And again I see this world, this body and things I call mine and I. Body as myself and all these are. Till I wake up, nothing was there, neither I nor mine. Nature takes every day to you a state where nothing is yours. You are not this body. This is Satya. But we cannot escape this waking state because karmic load is still there. Vasanas are there, karma phala is there to be worked out. This cannot be avoided. So this level of expansion will come. Can you expand further? This further expansion is what we call going beyond mind. My consciousness is expanding as I go inward. It is like entering into a funnel's other end, zero end. A funnel I am entering. That's why we call it Hridaya Guha. In Dahara Vidya, we call it Hridaya Guha. Enter the Hridaya Guha. How big it is? Angushta Matra. It is Angushta Matra inside. The moment you enter, it starts expanding. If you enter a funnel, how it goes on expanding to infinity. Same time, after mind expansion begins. This, where mind ends, it is called Turiya. And first thing, you get the experience of your own Chaitanya exists. What is Chaitanya? You will know there. You will enter into you can bypass also, Advaita is bypass the state of passing through the Chidakasha or like a arrow shot through a tree, banana tree. Like that, it just passes through without noticing anything. I don't want Dvaita. It passes through Chidakasha. The others, I want to experience whole journey. As soon as they go, first experience will be experience of Chaitanic light. There are three lights: physical light, intellectual light, and spiritual light. Spiritual, first time you see the spiritual light, your body awareness drops off forever. Identity with the physical body goes off. When you come back, there is a great change. Now here begins the Turiya Avastha. You will see everything as divine. So here begins the Turiya Avastha. You know first, then you will see the form of Devata, Ishtadevata. The Chaitanya is just like I am taking body identity and saying I am body. The God also, Nirguna Nirakara, projects a form according to your desire. You want to see God as Shiva or Parvati or as Durga or as Rama, Krishna, as Christ, any form you want to see, that form he can take. to fulfill your desire. God is taking form. You see the form of God. It is called Savikalpa Samadhi. Still, you go enter into, from Savikalpa, becoming one with that Ishtadevata in deep love. Just like two dolls of ice melting in sunshine, Jnanodaya is like Suryodaya, which melts the ice, and to become Ekarasa, water. Both dolls, ice dolls are dissolving. That is we call Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So this is the whole way which we travel. Now this is the where the unchanging eternal reality within you will see. We'll take up the next class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.